able to recover and play some pretty good basketball.
Lisa Kresge says the pace has changed a little bit, and a lot of that is because of freshman Emma Utterback, our player to watch tonight.
She led the team in their last game in assists in the game, but committed 4 fouls, and she also leads the team in fouls. She can't continue to make first-year mistakes and get into foul trouble in conference play.
Last time these two teams met, Lexi Schechter had a big game, 17 points. She'll need another one tonight.
And there's something about the holiday season. Double-double on Election Day, double-double the day before Thanksgiving. It's the day after New Year's Day. We'll see if she continues that great holiday vibe on the court today.
She'll face some good size against this Vermont team as well. As we take a look at the starting lineup, Hannah Krimble, the 6'3" senior out of Champlain, Minnesota, really anchors this team. An outstanding inside and out post player. Sarah Wells at 5'11", Delaney Richardson at 6'1". Some good size on this Vermont team.
Absolutely, in that battle in the paint. Remember the number 30. The Great Danes are 4-0 and they get 30 points or more from the paint. Success comes from the paint for this UAlbany team.
UAlbany with the same starting lineup it had the last time out. Patricia Conroy, the new player in there with Frames, Stokes, KANTZY, and Schechter. As you mentioned, Schechter was 17 points last time these two teams met. Opportunity for her tonight, given her strength inside. She may have some really good looks early on. At least that's what Coach Colleen Mullen hopes.
And that's the thought here in the first quarter. Try to find some looks, see what she can do. But also don't forget about the defensive side of it. Vermont's best shooting quarter in their last game, 42%. So in that first quarter, they were shooting. They were getting the confidence. Especially when you're a home team in conference play. You need those first 5 minutes to really feel like, all right, we got this. We know what we can do. We can build that confidence, continue to roll through conference play.
And defense is really where UAlbany wants to hang its hat right now. They're struggling certainly on the offensive end of the court. And Colleen Mullen said if we can get the defense going and build some energy, that could be the stepping stone to some victories.
You can win games 62-58, 54-48. You know, W's are W's. Defense can win championships, the cliche, right? Hey, the conference play starting now. No one's going to go back and say, oh, you didn't score enough, but you still won. No. That double donuts we were talking about in the pregame can change now with the win column, with both teams looking for that first way to start the season right in January.
Vermont's head coach, Lisa Kresge, in her first full year as head coach, named the head coach on April 9th. Led the team to 11 wins last year as the interim coach. And, of course, Colleen Mullen, her second year, 7 years at Army as assistant head coach, working through a rough patch with this team right now, but feels her team is ready for conference play, and we are ready to go as Lexi Schechter wins the tip, and the Great Danes are off on offense to get this thing started. Schechter out top, over to Frames. Player-to-player defense for Vermont. A turnover early for the Great Danes. Sarah Wells. Josie Larkins now brings it back over to Richardson. Hannah Krimble, she can hit that shot from outside. An excellent outside shooter as well as a good post player. Good look inside as Sarah Wells, but she gets fouled by Patricia Conroy.
That was a nice look there. Seeing the whole floor from the top, waiting for that last cut right to the basket. It's a nice play you want to see in the first minute of the game. Good vision there, contact. They can earn it.
Wells goes to the free throw line. 75% shooter this year. Makes the first. Wells' time has really picked up with the departure of Caverly. She was the person that came from the 6-person position into the starting lineup, has played 32.5 minutes on average over 5 games. Krimble gets the rebound, and it rolls around the rim and in.
Coaches don't like seeing that. Got to find a body on the free throws. The advantage is for your team on that shot. Just got to get a body on somebody.
Just like another turnover, an offensive rebound. 3-0 Catamounts early. KANTZY outside, now to Frames. She'll drive, lays it up over the top for Schechter. Double down on Schechter. Outside to Stokes with 8 to shoot. She gets inside, can't get the layup to go. Krimble comes away with the rebound. Hunter back on the drive. Knows she had a little bit of a mismatch there. KANTZY did a nice job avoiding the foul. Good catch by Schechter. In motion, she lays it in for 2.
And there's the difference, possession to possession. The last possession, not enough space. There you spread out, got a better look, and was able to finish.
Transition buckets is something that Colleen Mullen said she wanted to really focus on tonight. Scoring in transition. That's a good start for the Great Danes. Wells thought about the shot. Brings it back around to Larkins. Everyone on the floor can shoot the 3 for this Catamount team. Larkins will let one go a little bit too long into the hands of KANTZY. Frames quickly up the other way. Frames drives inside, off glass and in. Koyer Frames for 2.
Great play by Frames, waiting for teammates to try to find it. The eyes, the vision there. She saw she had a little bit of a mismatch, kept going, and finished. Look at this. She's trying to direct traffic. Maybe I'll go left, maybe I'll get a pick. You know, I'll just take it myself and draw the contact and get the old school three-point play.
Didn't even see Norma Jones put the hand up on the foul. Frames at the free throw line. Rolls in and out. Larkins comes away with the rebound. She drives down the middle, gets hit by Frames. Contact is incidental, says the officials, and Frames comes away with it. All the way around. Frames hands off to Stokes, into the post for KANTZY. She turns around, takes a little jumper, can't get the roll. Rebound pulled down by Krimble. Frames on Larkin. Larkin drives, gets inside, and gets it to go.
It's not an easy shot either. Going to the left hand, finishing to the left, seeing somebody at the basket. You thought maybe the roll was going to happen. Both defenders staying close. A really tough finish. Good move.
One of those players that matches a high basketball IQ with a high ability as well. Stokes looks to go inside. Nice bounce pass to KANTZY inside. Can't get the layup to go. And Larkins comes away with the rebound.
That was one of those moments where you realized you were too open. Stokes had a great pass look, and you almost got caught off guard by how good it was.
If you've been watching the last couple of games, you know that layups have been an issue for this Great Danes team. Sometimes the simple stuff gets a little bit too simple. Utterback lets it go from outside, doesn't go. Frames comes away with the rebound. Frames had 10 rebounds the last time these two teams met. KANTZY inside to Schechter, couldn't hold on to it. Schechter said it went off Wells, but the official disagrees. It'll be Vermont ball. Izzy Alm checks in. Hillian Hagerstrand checks in, as well as Stokes and KANTZY will get a break. Danes bring some pressure. 1-2-2. This may be a look. You don't see a lot of zone out of this Danes team, but you may see them drop back into the 2-3 here. Not in this situation. Krimble. A little bit long. Frames with another rebound. Inside. Back out. Conroy for 3. Got a piece of that. I believe that was Wells, got a piece of that. Vermont top 30 in the nation in block shots this year with 61. Larkins, 11 to shoot, step back. Rolls off the rim into the hands of Hagerstrand. Conroy brings it around, hands it off to Frames. Now down low to Schechter. Schechter goes strong, can't get it to go. Larkins comes away with the rebound. Good defense there by Krimble. Crossover by Larkins as she gets inside and scores.
That's the easiest look we've seen, and it wasn't really even that easy. Both teams have been playing very good defense, really close. Sometimes you think, well, the teams aren't scoring because it's bad offense, just really good defense. Nobody, UAlbany or Vermont's had a good look.
Izzy Alm from 15, can't get it to go. Larkins comes down with the rebound.
And of course I say that and she's wide open and misses on the next shot.
That's no respect for you. Larkins on the wing. All the way around to Wells. Back over the top of Krimble, right into the hands of Hagerstrand. Danes will go quickly the other way with 4.5 to play. Conroy inside to Schechter. Gets doubled. Whistle sounds. Foul called on Schechter inside. She must have got an arm out. We'll take a look at that when we come back from a Tierra Farms timeout. Vermont on top, 7-4.
At the University at Albany, we see greatness in you. There's passion and purpose, a fierce curiosity, ready to blaze big ideas and tackle the tough questions. We see grit, drive, determination. The University at Albany is home for dreamers and achievers just like you. The world needs greatness, and you are one of the greats.
My anxiety kind of like spiked through the roof, and I started having like depressive symptoms, and it got to the point where I couldn't function anymore.
We've been really privileged to have some courageous student athletes, but also invested administrators and coaches.
It's okay to be sad. It's okay to have anxiety.
You know, there's nothing more important than the health and safety of our student athletes, and I think the mental health initiative is one that we're going to continue to build on and, you know, make a difference in all of our student athletes' lives across the league.
Black smoke, rage and fire, flood waters rising higher and higher. And when it's over, well, what then? Will it ever look like home again? Professional fire restoration, cleaning up a messy situation, ceiling to floor, even better than before. Professional fire restoration.
Let's get another look at exactly what happened with Lexi Schechter. Maybe that elbow inside as she knocked into Delaney Richardson. Schechter gets the foul. I don't think anybody on the court really knew what happened there.
No, and sometimes when we see the defender offensive foul, there's a little bit more excitement or there's a little bit more pusher. I know the Academy Award nominations are later this month. There was not an attempt for an Oscar there by the Catamounts by any stretch.
No, it didn't seem like Richardson even knew that she had drawn the foul.
No.
Well, in any event, Lexi Schechter with her first foul. She'll take a timeout. Get a little rest on the bench there. Lucia DeCortis checks in. Have not seen her since the Bryant game when she went down with a severe ankle sprain. She set out the last one. Worked hard in practice to get back in. Ball goes off the hands of Utterbach, saves it right to Hagerstrand. Danes will pull it back out. Look to set things up. 7-4, Vermont on top. Stokes on the wing. Gets the screen. Now back over to Frame. She'll let it go, but a whistle sounds. And a foul away from the ball. Believe it's on Abby Settlemeyer, number 25. Nope, on 13. So Lucia DeCortis gets called for the foul. Danes with that pressure. Knocks it away from Wells. Wells regains. Utterback out top with 12. Over to Richardson. She drives inside on Hagerstrand. Back outside of Larkin. She'll let a three ball go from the corner right into the hands of Hagerstrand. And quickly the other way is Frames. Looks up for Stokes. And steps are called on the sidelines as Kepra Stokes got one too many in there.
Stokes wanted the catch first and then had the catch and was moving, then had to get the dribble down. Look, when you're moving in transition and you want to get those looks, I get it. You want to make sure you're getting in the basket, make sure you get the few dribbles in first, and make sure good call by the officials there. They saw that transition basketball just not working out for the Great Danes.
Patricia Conroy checks back in. Utterback, the freshman out of Indiana, in control of this offense. Comes around the screen. Wells gets inside, a little bit too short there. She can't get it to go, comes down to the hands of Frames. Conroy open on the wing. She'll step up and take a two and get it. Patricia Conroy with the jumper there, and it's a 7-6 game. Larkins one-on-one with Frames. Now the screen. Utterback gets inside and gets fouled by Hagerstrand. Be the first on Hillian.
Previous possession, Conroy. That's a great look. I call that the old practice shot. That's the one you're getting in practice. Your teammates are feeding you. Just a little miscommunication there. Sometimes when you see the ball go low to you, think the officials might give you the block call, and the ball gets lowered a little bit like that, but the Catamounts are able to draw the foul.
Utterback, a 3-star point guard out by ProspectsNation.com, an all-state player out of Greenwood, Indiana. Canisius coach Scott Hemmer commented after those two teams played, "Man, I love watching 23 play." Colleen Mullen said the same. She's going to be a special player in this conference.
She's going to have an interesting next 2 to 3 months, because now with her role changing, she could end up, when we see her in March, Utterback could be the most improved player in this conference.
12 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists the other night against Merrimack in that loss. Vermont falling 73-58. 6 non-conference wins, though, for the Catamounts this year, the most since the 2011 season. And a charge called on Frames, and Utterback's hurt. Looks like she jammed a finger as she went down to the ground.
It looks like she just might have tripped over one of her teammates.
Yep. Danes with pressure again. Utterback in control, tries to regain. Looks like a turnover for the Danes. They can't quite hold on to it. Almost had a turnover there, but Frames touched it as it went out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Catamounts.
Just got to grab that there. What is it? Meadowlark Lemon for the Globetrotters. Going to keep the bounce going. That's what Frames was trying to do. Just grab it, set up, slow down a little bit, get the possession.
Officials talking on the sideline. Out top to Wells. Utterback inside. Richardson had Krimble wide open down low. Got to her a little bit too late, and steps called on Larkins. Turnover to the Great Danes.
Stokes has had an interesting game on defense. Sometimes she might lose a step on left or right. They're right in the face, and you're not going anywhere. And that's a defensive turnover. Nice job by her.
Top defender on this team, generally draws the assignment of the other team's best offensive player, certainly their best offensive guard. Schechter, out of the corner for Frames. Over to KANTZY. 8 seconds to shoot. Stokes over the top to KANTZY. KANTZY with 4. She lets it go and goes from the baseline for Amanda KANTZY.
Nice pass, nice shot. Right in that position, that triple threat position. Catch, shoot, good.
Danes down by 1. Just about a minute and a half to play. Utterback tried to go over the top to Larkins. Just a bit too tall for the 5'9" junior. Sixth turnover for the Catamounts. UAlbany has 7, had 28 in the loss the other night. Very good first quarter for UAlbany the other night, 50% shooting, and then it went downhill from there in the 53-41 loss to Monmouth. Frames from outside for 3. Get her going.
It's a big shot. Since the first whistle, she's been, I've watched her a few times this season. I know you have as well, Rich. This game, energy-wise, she's been bringing it for the Great Danes in this first quarter.
100% first lead of the night for UAlbany. Less than a minute to go. Utterback out top with 14 to shoot. Krimble, she'll take the 3. Back iron. Schechter comes down with the rebound. See if the Danes will try to play 2 for 1. Inside to Schechter. She gets down low and can't get it to go. Wells comes away with the rebound. She'll go quickly the other way into the hands of Utterback. One-on-one with Stokes. Nice step under, can't get it to go. Stokes comes back, knocks the rebound away, shot clock is off. Colleen Mullen calling for 1 shot, so Kiera Frames pulls it out top. Six to shoot. Frames will go with 4. KANTZY inside to Schechter. Can't quite get it, but it gets fouled. 2 shots for Lexi Schechter, as it appears the foul will be on Sarah Wells.
I don't know if that was exactly what Coach Mullen drew up for the final shot of the first quarter, but Frames passed it off. Schechter gets to the line, less than a second to benefit the Great Danes.
Kumsal Aslan checks in. Iziam checks in as well. Kara Frames goes out. Good preventative measure right there. Schechter can't get the first one to go. Good work by Schechter just to try to get that up in the air, to grab it and not let it go out of bounds. Schechter can't get the second one to go either. Krimble with the rebound. She'll let the horn sound. And after trailing for much of the first quarter, UAlbany comes back to take a 2-point advantage as we head to second quarter action. UAlbany 11, Vermont 9. You're watching American East Women's Basketball on ESPN+. And welcome back to Seth Arena. That CI patch you see on all the Vermont players' uniforms in honor of Kathy Inglis, the great UVM coach from 1986 to 1993. Couple of titles in her 7 seasons there at NCAAs. Just a fantastic person. Passed away this summer after a traumatic brain injury. So the team and the university as a whole honoring her for her great service to the university. She went on to coach at Boston College and was an assistant coach at Hofstra when the accident happened this summer. Certainly one of the greats. I worked with her when I worked up in the Burlington market and just could not have been a nicer person, a more fun person to work with, and certainly will be missed. Second quarter action underway. UAlbany on top, 11-9. Kumsal Aslan stays in, as does Iziam. Lillian Hagerstrand, Kara Frames, and Amanda KANTZY out there for the Great Danes. Krimble in the post with KANTZY. Gets doubled. Back outside of Richardson. Doesn't go. Utterback hustles around to pick up the rebound. Fresh 20. Now bounce pass inside. It's Krimble. Back outside Richardson. Utterback drives on Kumsal Aslan and gets the layup. Quick first step by Emma Utterback.
Yeah, Utterback's aggressive. It looks like every time she goes to the rim, she wants contact. Remember Ellen Iverson in the early 2000s? Every time AI went to the rim, wanted contact. She didn't get any that time, didn't get a whistle, but still was able to finish.
Nice look inside from Hagerstrand to KANTZY, and that one goes. Good look by Hillian Hagerstrand, the freshman. By the way, the Iverson reference, you're dating yourself.
That's right, 20 years ago now. I got to be careful.
Utterback moves laterally. Larkins now. Jane McCauley, shooter, freshman out of New Rochelle. 4 to shoot. Krimble will have to put it up. Goes instead back outside of Utterback, and that's a shot clock violation as Emma Utterback couldn't get that shot off.
Nowhere even close to an open look. Great job by the Great Danes. Everybody, all 5 on the court. Everybody had hands up, hands in face, making it difficult for Vermont on offense for every possession.
Mentioned this Vermont team shoots the 3 balls so well. Second in the conference, 34.5%. Hagerstrand lets one go a little bit too long. KANTZY comes up with the rebound. Danes doing an excellent job with their 3-point defense this season, ranked nationally in the top 10. Frames with 10. She'll drive now on Larkins. Comes to the corner. Aslan back to Ohm for 3. Izzy Ohm with 3. Danes take a 5-point lead. Whistle sounds, and Kumsal Aslan will get called for the foul.
Comes off the bench, too. Gets that 3. You can tell now she just went around, high-five, teammates all around. Let's go. Let's force this pressure. Let's make a big play on defense.
An outstanding player out of Norwalk, California. Adjusting to the speed of this game. Really a pure point guard is more her role, at least in AAU and high school. You can see definitely signs that she's coming into her own as a Division I player. McCauley outside. Utterback fakes the handoff, goes right by and into the basket for 2. Nice quick fake on the handoff, and then explosive second step. She's got 6. Whistle sounds. Foul on Jane McCauley. Pepper Stokes checks back in from Kumsal Aslan. Frames to inbound sideline. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Hagerstrand inside on Krimble. A little short jumper for Hillian Hagerstrand. Nice looking turnaround, Jay. Krimble at 6'3", nice handle.
It's impressive. You sometimes get nervous when you have 4s and 5s with the ball out. A little change of basketball, though, but that was impressive. I want to see how far she was going to go with that.
She'll drive, gets inside, can't get it to go. Off the hands of Richardson, out of bounds, it'll go to the Danes.
I got my answer quick. She went right to the basket, just couldn't have the finish there. It's amazing. So many younger players, when they started off, maybe they didn't have that skill set of dribbling, handling the ball, might have the growth spurt later on, but that's what's changed. The 4s and 5s the last few years, everybody can handle the ball when they're out there. They're just not getting fed in the post and have to make plays.
Super athletic kid who played football, tackle football until 6th grade. Hagerstrand, nice look there to KANTZY. KANTZY with the fake. Gets the rebound, gets the roll to go, I should say.
It's really good there. And that one extra dribble, get into the basket. KANTZY, nice move.
Larkins has it tipped away, but regains it. Dane's biggest lead now at 7, 20-13. That first quarter against Monmouth was good. The second quarter, not so much. This second quarter has been much better for UAlbany. McCauley. knows she's a shooter. How tight she gets on her on defense as soon as she touches the ball. Krimble for 3. Yes. Hannah Krimble with the triple. 35% from three-point range. That's her 10th triple of the year. Hagerstrand down low. Good help side defense by Utterback. Forces the turnover. She gives it off. And a 3-ball there for Delaney Richardson. And the Catamounts are heating up from the long range. Back-to-back threes, and it's a 1-point game. Outside frames. Watched by Utterback. Now Richardson. 8 to shoot. Hagerstrand from 17. Yes.
Frame sees 21 flash, and she goes, let's let her feed it. Let's let her get hot. Let's let her continue to shoot. That's, again, back to practice, back to knowing your teammates. You see a teammate get an open look like that, everybody, from the bench to the 5 on the floor, want to see that go in.
You could really see great improvement in Hillian Hagerstrand since her first game. The freshman really rounding into a very nice post player, but also with a good outside shot. 4:48 to go here in the second quarter. It's a Tierra Farms timeout. 22-19, Danes on top. We're back after this.
More than 30 years ago, a new kind of health plan was created by local doctors dedicated to delivering the quality care their patients deserved. Today, CDPHP continues to put you and your family first, providing healthcare coverage that is personal, accessible, and dependable. Your health is everything. That's why it matters to us.
CDPHP, a plan for your life.
It's important anywhere to spread respect, no matter where you're from. I mean, this is a safe place and you can be yourself.
Nobody has to not be who they are. You can be who you are, whether it's gay, straight.
It's about race, it's about religion and all that.
We all need to respect each other. We're all humans.
Love each other, be kind to each other, care about your neighbors.
You can learn so much, about yourself when you're with somebody else that's not like you and a little bit different.
Each day, we take a trip together, covering more than 2,000 square miles of our region, impacting thousands of lives, and connecting us through 17 million trips each year. You trust CDTA to get you where you need to go, to provide new mobility options, and to invest in the technology to improve your ride. Together, we've changed the way our region works, lives, and plays. You got us here. And from all of us at CDTA, we thank you. So, where do you want to go next?
Hillian Hagerstrand a little bit unsure of herself in the early going of this season, but certainly not now. A lot of confidence out of her.
Wherever it is, whether it's in the paint, foul line, you find an open look, she wants to take it now.
Mom and Dad here watching her play. That's a bit of a long trip all the way from Stockholm, but they are here. And we're here the other night as well, seeing her play very, very well.
I think Mom was updating Facebook or Twitter or something. What time is it out in Sweden right now? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. 4 points on 2 for 3 for number 21. And interestingly, her number has followed her progression. When she was younger, she was 7. Then she was 14. And now that she's in college playing Division I, she's 21.
Glad my number went like that. I think my jerseys would have gotten bigger and bigger as I got older and older.
Interestingly, she was actually headed to be a lot taller than she is now, but fearing that, her parents made a decision to have a medical procedure done to stunt her growth a little bit. So she's as tall as she is now. She could have been a lot taller. Krimble gets inside for 2. Nice move there as she hangs in the air for a bit.
Number 10, Krimble.
Aslan on the wing. KANTZY now. 1 point game. Frames with 17. KANTZY lets it go from 3, and she's got it from right in front of the Vermont bench.
14,
KANTZY with a 4 for 9 against Monmouth after 3 really difficult games from the floor. Right now, she's got 4 of 6 from the field, 9 points to lead all scorers. Larkins lets one go from deep, and KANTZY comes down with the rebound. Frames, she'll let it go from 3. A little bit long there. Schechter tries to track it down and does. Save to Aslan, and she draws the foul.
UAlbany's getting a little quicker trigger, too, from beyond the arc now. Anybody gets a quick look, it's catch, shoot, catch, shoot. Check out with a save. That looked like a volleyball last set. Try to get over the net behind the head save.
And good heads up by Aslan to see that it was coming, make a grab on it, get hit in the arm.
Yeah.
Draw the foul. 2 team fouls for each team. Back out top to Conroy. Aslan, Schechter from 15. Back out to Frames. She gets a screen with 9. Corner for Aslan. She drives, gets inside, and Kumsal Aslan can't get it to go. But Hagerstrom was there for the rebound. Can't get that layup to go. The ball goes off her hands and out of bounds. Good offensive rebound by Ilian, but couldn't get the ball up on the glass.
Few second chance, third chance, 4 chances, looks. UAlbany would have loved points on that possession.
Initial pressure from the Danes. Work it around to Wells. Now Krimble out top. Utterback. Richardson lets it fly off the glass. Krimble snaps the rebound out of midair, puts it up off the glass, can't get the roll, goes off the hand of Richardson. And it'll stay with Vermont.
Interesting to see how the second half goes to Krimble, because every time she gets the ball, she's making moves. She's the mismatch. She can do it all. See if she gets more involved in that second half on the offense for the Catamounts.
7 points in 15 minutes so far for Hannah Krimble. Drives baseline on Schechter. And draws the foul.
And even this play, too. She goes to the basket. There's a little contact up. Hey, earlier in the first quarter, we saw that as an offensive foul. Now, different official on the call there. But still, even when you're that aggressive to the basket, second half comes a little bit more tired. Maybe UAlbany is at that point. Krimble can take advantage of that.
Utterback baseline drive back out to Krimble from 16. Doesn't go. Hagerstrom pulls down the rebound. Hagerstrom drives, gets double teamed inside and draws the foul.
She thought for a second about pulling up. She gave that little left head fake, shoulder fake, put it back down, saw a little space down the right side of the rim, draws the foul.
Delaney Richardson gets called for the foul. Freshman out of Zionsville, Indiana. AAU teammate with Emma Utterback. Families know each other, good friends. Said to Elisa Kresge on the phone, "You're doing a nice job recruiting out of Indiana." 2 outstanding freshmen. Utterback, a 3-time Rookie of the Week award winner so far this year. Krimble comes down with the rebound of the missed free throw. Danes 0 for 5 from the charity stripe so far. Utterback picks up her dribble out top. Wells saves her. Mackie Johnson with the lineup for the first time. Krimble inside. Hagerstrom pulls it away, drops it for a second. It'll be a held ball and go to Vermont.
And again, Krimble looks so good. Just the finish, she's so close. The moves are there, the spin, understanding where you are. It's all there. If she gets hot in the second half, this is what can put Vermont on top. She gets it, and a little scramble here at the bottom, but hey, Krimble, good hustle there, by the way, by the Great Danes and everything to come to this. But they've benefited from Vermont just not cashing in on some decent looks.
I'll correct myself, ball goes to UAlbany. KANTZY outside. Frames. Gets through. Hagerstrom inside to KANTZY. Turns around back to Hagerstrom. Inside gets blocked, but foul is called. It'll be Abby Settlemeyer. 4th team foul on the Catamounts.
And that's shrinking the court right there. This is from 5-on-5 basketball to 2-on-2 basketball. Teammates to teammates, finding each other, seeing where they're going to be on the court. KANTZY to Hagerstrom, going to the line.
Hagerstrom, a 92% free throw shooter on the year. Mom and Dad like that one? And that one as well. Danes out to a 6-point advantage. 27-21. Again, that pressure off a make. Richardson outside. Larkin gets the screen. Utterback thought about it from 15, instead hands it off. Back to her now with 7, drives on home. Bounce pass inside, gets it up off the glass, does Richardson, but nothing doing there. Johnson comes away with the rebound. Down inside to KANTZY, nice move there. Back outside of the corner for 3, Mackie Johnson in and out. That was a good look for the freshman right there. Marking inside, Settlemeyer. Back around to Wells, she'll pull for 3. A little bit long into the hands of Frames. Less than a minute to go here in the first half. KANTZY, inside spins back, gets inside for the layup. Bottom side of the rim. Markins gets the screen, but almost voids it. Back around to Utterback with 11. She'll drive on Frames. Now kick it back outside, Settlemeyer. Back to Wells, she'll have to shoot with 2 and gets it. Triple at the shot clock. 10 seconds to go first half. Danes have the opportunity for the final shot. Frames gets inside. Hagerstrand off glass for 2 with 3 seconds to go. The clock will sound, and a nice way to finish up the first half for the Great Danes. A first half that sees them shoot almost 50% from the field, and indeed 50% from three-point range, and they've got a 5-point advantage.
For the 3, they thought they'd have the last look. UAlbany, right before the buzzer, pulls away with that 5-point lead.
Seth Q halftime show coming up after this. Region tonight. We're right here at UAlbany, Vermont, trailing by 5, 29-24 to the Great Danes. Our second half storylines, Tom.
Stay in control. Make sure in this second half, especially in conference play, a little bit more pressure, trying to get that first win. Relax a bit. Maintain those boards, the rebounds, especially when we get to that fourth quarter when we could potentially have a 1-possession, 2-possession game. How are we going to continue to have the advantage in your favor and focus on defense? Don't be too aggressive, something we touched on in the pregame. Commit too many fouls, the officials are going to call it. Depth of the team is always tested in conference play as well. Focus on good defense. That can help you win this game.
UAlbany doing a nice job keeping the second leading scoring team in the America East at 66.8. Down, keeping the shooting percentage down too. They're averaging just about 42, instead shooting about 33 right now. Really, the defensive intensity has been so impressive. They haven't really taken any sets off or any time down the court. You really haven't felt like, wow, you guys kind of fell asleep on that one. You haven't seen that at all tonight.
You absolutely haven't seen it. And what happens so many times is so many defenders just focus on the ball. They don't focus on maybe the person in front of them. Sometimes off the ball is where some of the best defense happens because somebody's going to move to the basket. Somebody's going to step back and try to get a three-pointer. It's been across the board. 5 people locked in on their defender, locked in on who they have, and making sure they're playing defense balanced and really well across the board.
And you're really seeing Colleen Mullen get into the bench a little bit too. Lucia DeCortis having her back is big because it limited your post players having her out. She can come in for a couple of minutes and give Schechter a rest. She can give KANTZY a rest. She can give Hagerstrand a little bit of a rest, and she's done that. She gave him a good 2 minutes. Mackie Johnson seeing some action. Kumsal Aslan seeing some extended minutes, really giving players a chance to get their legs under them for the second half run.
And that's what challenges teams like Vermont in this matchup. What are those people off the bench going to do? Is Johnson going to jump out and try to shoot a 3 on you? Was somebody going to try to press in that full court and see what can happen? Is it guards? Is it forwards? That's that little game that's played here early in the season in conference play in game 1. What are those matchups going to be when Coach Mullen goes to the bench, and who's going to come in and how they will factor into that game?
And a short bench on the Vermont side, as Elisa Kresge said, you've got to play defense to play for me. You know, she was an outstanding defender in her days at Marist when she was a fantastic player. And she said, if you're not showing me defense in the game and you're not showing me defense in practice, you're probably not going to play. Clearly, you're seeing the message that some players are not showing her that in games or practices and why her bench is so short.
defense isn't always as fun. You don't see that on the highlights. You don't see that. Guess what? That's getting you on the court.
Second half action underway. Vermont first with the ball. Richardson back outside to Larkins. Larkins will drive. Gets doubled along the baseline. Gets down underneath and back out to Krimble. Larkins with a step back three. In and out. Rebound. Into the hands of Utterback. Can't get the rebound to go. Can't get the layup to go, I should say. And then fouls Schechter from behind.
That's a freshman foul right there. A little aggressive too much at the end there. Almost a frustration foul, right? You feel like you should have finished. You want to make a big play so fast for your team. And you pick up a foul so far away from the basket.
First foul on Utterback. Same starting lineups for both teams out there. Frames lets one go for three. Rims out. And it'll stay as Krimble gets called for the foul as Schechter tried to go up for the rebound and Krimble came underneath her. First foul on Hannah Krimble.
Talked about finding bodies in that first half. Schechter right there just leaned up and got a little bit of a bump on there.
Now she gets the ball inside, gets it up off the glass, can't get it to go. This time Richardson comes down with a rebound. Good job by Stokes to get over the screen. Inside pass, Krimble steps under, off the glass and in.
It's a nice possession. No hesitation on the pass. Nice move down low. That's a two game right there and turnover by the Great Danes. Krimble and Utterback, really good future there for Vermont.
Krimble an all-rookie team member, then a second team, a third team, a first team all preseason this year. Really has just had an outstanding Catamounts career. Utterback a little out of control there. Stokes, right back to KANTZY, swings it around to Conroy. Frames, gets around the corner. Stokes a little too far outside for a shot there. 10 seconds to shoot. Stokes now on the wing. Inside, Schechter. No, on the floor is the foul. Crystal Appelent says waves that basket off and says the foul will stay here. It'll be the second team foul on the Catamounts.
So classic difference between college basketball and the NBA. A little continuation. I would have counted another level of basketball.
Stokes to the corner for Conroy. Watched closely by Larkins. Gets the screen. Now the nice roll by Schechter. Can't get it to go. Rebound by KANTZY up and in for two. Amanda KANTZY into double digits.
And it's going to go down as almost a layup putback, but that's not easy. Almost suddenly you're trying to roll off that screen. You got to find the space almost going backwards. And KANTZY's got to finish with a teammate which you thought might fit. That's not an easy possession, and UAlbany's able to convert.
Larkins on the wing. Utterback, high post for Krimble, to the corner for Wells. Now back inside. Richardson bounce pass to Krimble. Gets it off the basket, off the glass with the left hand.
Vermont has made some adjustments in the second half. They were forcing some shots in that first half, but now they're getting the looks they really want here in the third.
Conroy open for three, instead steps in, takes a two, gets her hand hit by Utterback. And Conroy will go to the free throw line for a pair. Second foul on Emma Utterback.
Conroy's fun to watch. She gets the ball on the outside, whether it's a long two, a deep three. She'll get it. There's the one pump. All right, I'm going. I'll draw the contact. I'll get the foul. Same happened in the first half. She got a look. She caught a little hot potato wang. She knocked it down, though.
First free throw attempt of the year for Patricia Conroy. And now she's the best free throw shooter on the team. 2 for 2, 100%. I was hoping as she let that go, I didn't jinx her.
I was nervous for you. I was going to say something. I let that second one go in, though.
Nice work there by Kepper Stokes to get the steal. Can't get the bucket, but she draws the foul on Krimble, and that's her third.
And she causes the deflection with the left hand. So many people get in the stance. They're so used to it. She sees it. All right, let's see if I can force her to go left. There, a little deflection. That's all it took. And she goes, she feels the defender right there, draws the foul. What a great job by Stokes.
Stokes to the free throw line. Danes 33-28. Trimble still out there with 3, no sub at the table. Look at the second one to go. 3 Vermont starters in the top 10 in minutes played in the America East. Grimble gets inside. Nice work by Schechter to get the block. And the Danes quickly go the other way. Baseball pass to Stokes. She lays it in for 2. Great look from Kira Frames to Kepra Stokes.
That looked like UAlbany football. Jeff Undercuffer, Jawan Green. Job there by the Great Danes.
Colleen Mullen will take 6 if you want to give her that for that flat. 7-point advantage now. Biggest lead of the game for the Danes. Otterback comes off the screen, gives it to Larkins for 3. Rims in and out. Frames picks it up. Bounce pass to Stokes. Can't get it to go. KANTZY with the rebound. She pulls it back out. And Frames will reset. Smart move by the Great Danes. Right back inside to KANTZY. KANTZY with a strong move. Gets it up off the glass. Schechter with the rebound. And the score.
Vermont's got to think about a timeout here. It looks like fatigue set in. UAlbany's energy is so much higher than the Catamounts. Don't be surprised if we might see a timeout from Vermont very soon.
4 of the 5 Vermont players with more than 20 minutes played so far, and Wells has 19. Otterback crosses over. Richardson around to Wells. Into Krimble. Krimble turns around, faces up. Now drives, gets inside left hand, doesn't go. Conroy with the rebound. Frames inside. KANTZY was open. She goes reverse, can't get it to go. Schechter tries to get a hold of the rebound. It comes into the hands of Richardson. Long look up for Otterback. She'll go one-on-one with Frames, and that'll be a charge. Kira Frames doing a nice job as Otterback dropped the shoulder and got called for the player control foul.
Frames set her feet, waited for it. Got the charge. Momentum still in favor of the Great Danes. They lead by 9.
Grain pick, dairy pick, fruit pick, veggie pick, pick a winner, pick a prize, pick a friend to surprise. Fresh pick, farmers pick, tree pick, healthy pick, pickles in a pickle jar, picked when they're small or large. You can pick what you wanna pick. The world is yours, this is not a trick, 'cause all of this is yours to pick.
Introducing Picks, a new line of delicious products available exclusively at Price Chopper and Market 32.
Every day, we're reminded that nothing is more important than the health of the people we care about. It's the reason CDPHP partners with doctors you trust, provides the personal attention you deserve, and offers programs and services to help keep you healthy today and tomorrow. And it's why CDPHP is committed to giving your family quality care you can count on.
CDPHP, a plan for your life.
.37-28 here, UAlbany on top. Those little kids look familiar to you. They're going to look familiar pretty soon, my friend, because you got a baby coming along. Congratulations to Tom and his wife. not that far away in June, I believe. You will have a little one running around. Well, not running around, a little longer than that, but in your home. Congratulations.
Thank you. The little baby boy's on the way in June. Excited to be a dad. The first one, so I'm very excited. Who knows? Maybe Coach Will Brown for the men's team will recruit young guys.
Or Greg Gattuso.
Or Greg Gattuso, that's right. Thank you to everybody.
Well, congratulations. 2 in June, correct?
That's right.
Excellent. Well, best of luck to you, and especially best of luck to your wife, and good health throughout the next 6 or 7 months. Hopefully not 7.
I know. I was going to say she might need the most luck of anybody. She's got to deal with me for the next 6 months and forever after that.
It gives her practice for taking care of little kids, right?
She probably would say the little kid's been there for about 1.5 years in her house.
So she's well practiced then. Dane's ball underneath. Isiam, Lucia Cordes in. Nice look inside from Conroy. Hagerstrand can't quite get it to go. Otterback changes directions. Now back outside. Richardson lets it go from 3, and she's got it.
Vermont needed that. They needed something here in the third quarter. Big shot by Richardson.
Ends a 3+ minute drought for the Catamounts. 37-31. Hagerstrand on the outside. Conroy. Back to Frames. Hagerstrand from 16. 8 to shoot. Conroy. She'll drive. Lays it off to DeCortis. Can't grab it. Into the hands of Carly Whiteside. First we've seen Whiteside in this game. Larkin's inside. Now she'll take the little jumper, and it'll go. Little 5-0 run for the Catamounts here now. They've got it back to 4. Biggest lead was 9. Frames outside. Triple for the Great Danes. Patricia Conroy.
Conroy loves to let it launch. She did it right there.
First 3 of the night for Conroy. Timeout. Elisa Kresge and the University of Vermont Catamounts. A Tierra Farms timeout. Tierra Farms certified organic products. Find a full selection of Tierra Farm organic products at the Honest Wheat Food Co-op, located at 100 Watervliet Avenue in Albany. We're back after this on ESPN+. 40-33 our score. UAlbany on top with 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. If you're a former America East student athlete, you want to stay connected with other America East alums, well, join the America East Alumni Network today at americaeast.com/alumni network, or check out the America East Alumni Network pages on LinkedIn and Facebook. And welcome to Chad Dwyer from the America East office. Checking out this one tonight as America East games going on all around the conference. Things getting going with the conference openers throughout the America East tonight. We welcome Chad to Seth Kurina and his daughter as well. Larkins with the ball in the backcourt. Moves Utterback. Larkins comes around the corner on Iziam. Bounce pass inside to Krimble. Camped out in the paint for a while. Doesn't get it to go. Hagerstrand with the rebound. Hagerstrand now with 7 rebounds. Whistle sounds, it'll stay with the Danes. Kepler Stokes will check in, as will Amanda KANTZY. Iziam and Lucia Cordes go out. Ten deep so far for Colleen Mullen's team. Nice catch there by Frames to avoid the turnover. Bounce pass inside to Hagerstrand. Turns and shoots over the top of Krimble and gets it to go. And Hagerstrand now joins KANTZY in double digits.
That has been Hagerstrand's shot all day. She loves that turnaround face, knock it down. Great job. Continued to feed her in the fourth.
See Larkins handling the ball a lot more often as they look to free up Utterback for some shots. Wells on the drive. Nice move there. Doesn't get it to go as Conroy pulls down the rebound. Frames quickly the other way. Had an opening. Gets to the basket. Can't get it to go. KANTZY comes down with the rebound. Slapped away and out of bounds off Vermont. It'll stay with the Danes. 23 to shoot. All the way out top to KANTZY. Lexi Schechter back in. Hagerstrand gets a rest. Inside 2 minutes, 10 seconds to shoot on the clock. Stokes on the wing, drives on Wells, gets to the basket. Little floater doesn't go. Utterback comes down with the rebound. Quickly up to Wells. Skip pass all the way over to Larkin. She'll let the 3 go off the back of the rim. Krimble tries to pull down the rebound, slaps it to Utterback. Little jumper on the baseline by Delaney Richardson is good. Stokes on the wing. Frames does a nice job of saving it. And a timeout call by Colleen Mullen with exactly a minute to play in the third.
It's the right timeout there, too. The offense just didn't have any rhythm at that point. People were trying to find out, we're going to move the ball here, we're going to feed it down low. It's a good setup timeout, we'll call this. We'll see if we come out of the timeout with the play here.
One of the things we've seen a lot of in the last couple of games from UAlbany is just unnecessarily throwing the ball away, unnecessary, silly turnovers. We really haven't seen any of those tonight. That play kind of reminded me of one of the turnovers from the other night, but Frame saved it in bounds, so it's no harm, no foul.
No, and one of the benefits UAlbany's had today is that Vermont has been turning over the basketball, and UAlbany's been able to put up double-digit points off Vermont turnovers. So the Vermont turnovers have almost kind of hid the mistakes that you've touched on that the Great Danes have had earlier this season.
Vermont doing a pretty nice job generally taking care of the ball, averaging just 12 turnovers a game. 7 to shoot. Frames has got to let it go. Said she travels.
Tough spot. She didn't know if she wanted to pull up or go to the basket or dribble. Good call by the officials.
Richardson inbounds to Larkins. Wells. Now Utterback. All the way around to Larkins. Trimble and Schechter battling down there. Larkins gets inside, can't quite get it to go off the glass. 27 seconds to go. Colleen Mullen says pull it out. And Koyer Frames does just that. 42-35. KANTZY with 10. Matched up with Richardson. Now she goes to the corner for Frames. Frames lets it go for 3. Off the top of the backboard, bounces down on the floor, picked up by Vermont as the horn sounds for the third period. The Danes doing a nice job of building on what they have put together in the first 2 quarters and looking pretty good in the third as well.
It would have been nice if Frames got a little home court roll. She couldn't get it, but UAlbany has the lead, up by 7 heading to the fourth quarter.
42-35 back after this on ESPN+. .42-35 is our score here as we head to the fourth stanza at Seth Purina. Rich Becker, Tom Gozlowski, our entire crew. Happy New Year, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight here on ESPN+. Vermont finding itself in a 42-35 hole here and trying to figure out exactly how to get out of that against a very stifling UAlbany defense.
And you'd think now in the fourth you could turn to try to find that perfect rotation for the Catamounts, but through 3 quarters, no bench scoring. The Great Danes have had 13 points off the bench. That's proven to be the difference, and it may not be able to improve here in the fourth for Vermont.
The Danes have as many points off their bench as the Catamounts have minutes off their bench. Frames KANTZY couldn't quite get that to go, and that's one of those turnovers that I mentioned earlier that you just don't want to see because it really wasn't forced.
Especially out of the timeout, too. You kind of have an idea of what you want to do to start the quarter off a timeout.
Big defensive set here. Utterback. Over to Wells, bounce pass to Trimble way out top. Now Larkins with 15. Utterback inside pass to Richardson. Now back outside, tipped away by Frames. Goes out of bounds, it'll stay with the Catamounts, 8 seconds to shoot. Utterback now with 6. Now 4. They're back to the basket. Krimble will have to let it fly from way deep 3. Hits the iron, goes off the hands of Frames and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Catamounts, and they'll get a fresh 30.
Frames is frustrated with herself as well. She saw nobody over in that corner. She could have let it just bounce out of bounds. It's almost getting punished for hustling. Let's see if they can have the hustle here and stop the Catamounts from cutting into the lead.
Instead, they give the Cats 20 on the shot clock. Krimble, she'll drive on Schechter. Spins back the other way. Little turnaround doesn't go. Conroy comes down with the rebound. She gives it up to Frames. Utterback, Larkin, Krimble, Wells, and Richardson. A very familiar 5 faces out there. The starting lineup. Frames, 15 feet for Schechter. She'll let it go and make it. 6 points now for Lexi. Richardson gets it across the line to Wells. Tried the skip pass over to Wells in the corner, and Frames read that the entire way. Lays it off to KANTZY inside. She gets rejected there by Richardson.
UAlbany fans wanted the foul. There's a lot of contact there. That could have been the highlight of the game as well, as Frames had a no-look pass and thought there was going to be the and one and fire up the crowd here, but no whistle.
Out top, Richardson. Now Wells. Utterback, Richardson sets her feet. Back iron. Stokes there for the rebound. Quick up court to Conroy. Didn't like it. Pulls it out. Smart move by Conroy. Conroy back out top. 9 to shoot. Schechter in the post. Nice backdoor cut by KANTZY. She gets it to go. Great look from Lexi Schechter.
That's chemistry right there. Great look, right on the money. Great pass for the Great Danes. The best offensive set of the game, and you love to see it happen in the 4th.
Danes almost create the double there. Larkins lets it go for 3, and she gets it. You don't want her heating up. She is a streaky shooter. When she hits 1, she'll hit 5.
And that's the second time in this game Vermont was desperate for points, and Larkins comes back and knocks down a big tray.
Danes had an 11-point lead. Larkins 3, a big run stopper. Conroy turns right around, but KANTZY gets the rebound. Frames right in front of the UAlbany bench with 6. Gets fouled by Krimble. 4 now on Krimble. Elisa Kresge reminding her she has 4, but Kresge stays out there with 6:17 to go. KANTZY on the drive. Back out to Izzy On. On with 9. Drives inside. Gets it up off the glass and in. Nice little spinner with the left hand off the glass for Izzy On.
Or as you said earlier in the broadcast, I'm still trying to find her footing in the college basketball level. She was a point guard way back when. That's a point guard move right there. That's taking it to the rim and finish. Great job.
Utterback back outside to Krimble. She'll let it go for 3. Look good coming off her hand. Conroy taps the rebound to KANTZY, and the Danes will push the other direction. Colleen Mullen throws up the stop sign. Like a good third base coach. Into the high post, back outside. Ten to shoot. Hagerstrand. Whistle sounds underneath. And KANTZY will draw the foul. I believe it's on Larkins.
I think Larkin's trying to sink in a hand underneath in the back, and the official's corner. It's trying to get a little bit of space. He calls a little bit there, but the official's right on the spot.
Second on Larkins. Hagerstrand on the drive. Strong to the glass with the right hand for 2.
Put the head down a little bit, tuck the chin, get in there, make something happen. She did, pushes that lead to 12.
Larkins drives to the basket. Nice rejection by Conroy. Outstanding defense by the junior. Larkins tries to take it away and fouls Conroy. That'll be 3 on Larkins. 3 on the team. Hagerstrand playing some excellent basketball, strong to the hoop. The Danes looking strong to the finish, leading 50-38. Let's take a look at the road ahead for the UAlbany Great Danes. They'll be right back here on Sunday, Autism Awareness Day at 2 p.m. start against the red-hot Binghamton Bearcats. That should be a very good game. Then they get a Wednesday off, which is good because they've got a long bus ride to Maine on January 11th. 2 games back here. Maureen McGarity and her New Hampshire Wildcats come to town. Stony Brook, the #1 team in the America East after non-conference play. And then back on the road, I should say, to take on UMass Lowell on January 22nd. The road ahead, of course, all the games are streaming live on ESPN3. Really some solid defense here by Patricia Conroy. Check out the block.
That's all ball right there, too. Just putting the hands up. Sometimes you see the hands go up, and some people start to move over a little bit. You try to hands up, players going up, get the block, put it on the stat sheet, play some good defense, continue to hang on to that lead.
26 minutes so far for Patricia Conroy. 7 points, 6 rebounds, and that block. Really playing well tonight. 4:46 to go here in the fourth. 3 timeouts left for UVM. 3 timeouts left for the Great Danes as well. Corner for Conroy. Frames with 8. Gets the screen. Rolls. Inside, Schechter with the right hand off the pick and roll.
Schechter knows right to get to the rim. Every time off that pick, get to the rim. My teammate's going to find me. Get to the rim. Nice job by her. Great Danes continue to look good.
Nice catch underneath by Utterback. Got herself a little bit of trouble, but Richardson helped bail her out and knocks down the three. Delaney Richardson, a 41.5% three-point shooter, has got 2 in this fourth quarter. Hagerstrand sets a screen. Vermont jumps the double. Inside to Schechter. Nice catch. She gets knocked down by Krimble, and that'll do it for the senior from Champlain, Michigan. She has fouled out with 3:49 to go here in the fourth period.
That's a big loss for Vermont. She's been all over the place. She's been rebounding. She's been offensive force. She can get to the rim. She can shoot. She just had a bad night shooting, though. That's all it was.
5 of 16 from the field, 11 points, 9 rebounds. Krimble averaging 17 a game. And really from day one, she has been an outstanding player. And you think about the fact that when Chris Day recruited her, Alicia Kresge actually recruited her at Marist before they got here. And then Chris Day recruited and got her to come to Vermont. And Day didn't think she was going to make it a week. Just said she just didn't feel or look like a Division I player. And boy, did she really get it and click in. And one of the top players in the America East and has been for all 4 of her seasons here at the University of Vermont. Off the leg of Utterback. It'll stay with the Danes. 10 seconds to shoot. 3:38 to go here, fourth quarter. Danes try to sneak KANTZY in and will. Hagerstrand goes out. Eight to shoot. Frames outside now with 5. Step back 3 for Kara Frames off the back iron. Rebound tracked down by Larkins. Utterback on the wing. Comes around the screen. She'll take a jumper, a little bit short. Schechter tracks down the rebound. 6 boards now for Lexi. KANTZY. Around to Conroy. Now KANTZY. She'll drive baseline. Bounce pass to the corner. Swing it all the way around. Frames with a little fake. And 3 seconds on Schechter is the call. It'll be Vermont ball.
We should hope, if you're a UAlbany Great Dane fan, to see possessions like this for the rest of the game. Make sure that shot clock goes down. Don't even look at the basket for a shot until under 10. You want to see single-digit shots going up with especially a double-digit lead.
52-41. Utterback drives baseline. Nothing there. Right back outside. The left-handed Settlemeyer gets it to go. First points off the bench for the Catamounts tonight. Frames. Conroy steps in. She'll take the 3. In and out. Tapped. Rebound by Schechter, fresh 20 on the clock. Back out to Frames. Less than 2 minutes to go.
Vermont needed that rebound. 3-possession game, under 2 minutes, and UAlbany's going to milk the clock. It's a big rebound by the Great Danes.
Frames inside to the corner. KANTZY will let it go. A little bit short, tracks down her own rebound. Tries to bring it back outside. Instead, it gets slapped away from behind, and Larkins has the ball. Cats quickly the other way. Wells lets it fly off the rim into the hands of Frames.
You want a better look than that, though. Down by 9, behind the shot clock, almost basically a transition shot.
You need that bucket in the timeout. Frames just 5 points tonight, but a whopping 9 assists to go with that. She'll get to the basket, gives it to KANTZY. Bounces off the leg. That's Settlemeyer.
Frames is going to look back at this game and say, guys, can you finish for me? I have 2 great highlight passes. Can I get on the highlights? Please, someone finish for me.
15 assists. Lob over the top for Lexi. She gets inside, lays it up to KANTZY, who gets it up on the glass before the shot clock. Conroy with the rebound gets it up, but Settlemeyer comes down with it for the Cats, less than a minute to play. Frames a new career high in assists. Utterback can't get that to go. Frames brings it across the timeline. Cats tend to play defense. Frames will do her Curly Neal act and run down the clock as far as she can. Inside to Schechter, back to KANTZY, nice look. And the layup for Amanda KANTZY. And that one should do it for the UAlbany Great Danes. Utterback brings it over midcourt, 15 seconds to go. Long three is good. Frames gets fouled by Utterback with 8.5 seconds left. Larkin's three gives her 9. Frames will go to the free throw line. Frames gets the first free throw to go. And the second as well. Timeout Vermont, 56-46. 2 timeouts left for Vermont, but that really is academic with 8.5 seconds left on the clock and down 10.
These are more of teaching moments now. When our games come up in January, February, March, here's the mistakes we made. Here's how we improve on this going forward. This is what we need going forward in this season. Game 1 of the conference play for both teams. They're going to look at the tape, they're going to look at the film and find out how we can improve for the rest of this season.
You look at this Catamounts team that's on the court right now. This is the Catamounts team you're going to see next year. Hannah Krimble graduates, she's the only senior. So this team that you have of very good athletes with 1 year more under their belt, especially the freshmen, is going to be a very competitive team in this America East.
It's sometimes just about awareness for this Vermont team. Knowing where you are, shot selection, calming down, taking an easier shot, not forcing shots. Again, I feel like this team overall can be maybe the most improved team come March in this conference.
Larkins lets it fly. The bank is open as she kisses one off the glass for 3. 56-49, the foul immediately. Free throws the other way for the Great Danes. No fouls in this quarter for UAlbany. That was deep. And the foul was on Utterback. She's now fouled out. 6 points, 10 assists for Emma Utterback. A freshman who was not expecting to play the point guard role necessarily full-time this year. And didn't really play it full-time in this game either. They really switched off to Larkins a lot in the second half to handle the ball. Try to give Utterback some more scoring opportunities, but 10 assists to go along with her 6 points. 4 rebounds as well. Frames makes the free throw. And a timeout called by Vermont. 3.7 seconds to go.
I know the last timeout was a teaching moment. Not sure what this one is.
We'll call it a teaching moment as well.
We'll call it overtime. It's second study hall.
It's a Thursday, so classes are a little longer on Thursday. Catamounts hit the road. They'll take on Stony Brook next Wednesday night. Then they're at home against UMBC, home against Binghamton, at Hartford. And then at the home game, I should say, against Maine on Wednesday, January 22nd. That's the Cats' road ahead for Alicia Kresge. Took over 2 games for Chris Day when he was injured back in 2017. When Day left the program, she took over as the interim, an entire season as the interim head coach. The longest job interview ever, she called it. And then finally on April 9th, named the coach of the Vermont Catamounts. But today it's a UAlbany victory here at CEF Arena, 58-49. Really an impressive victory from start to finish.
A team victory across the board. The bench scoring, the forwards, the guards, assists, points. UAlbany has a 1 now in that conference record.
Great start in the conference for UAlbany. We'll come back and talk to head coach Colleen Mullen after this. Danes win it 58-49. $58-49 is our final score tonight. UAlbany victorious on home court.